Yes, modding, modification. You know, in our time, it's becoming a symbol of la resistance against the corporations, who are infected with activists who don't get laid and who've taken more bruisings to their egos than Will Smith has. Either that or finishing the job of the incompetent people in AAA studios because they spend most of their time wanking at thoughts of robbing you blind in a manner that would disgust even the greediest capitalist to ever live. Enter this picture. I'm sure it looks familiar to many of you. She's been on so many collages over the last couple of months to show just how misogynistic the game industry really is. Here's the original, and a totally not self-insert right there. I don't even know if that's the case, but my word, the resemblance is overwhelmingly selling the pitch. This one is from Horizon Forbidden, set to release sometime this year, which obviously some modders are going to mess around with and mod hence this post. Modders after 8 hours be like, Bee's face fixed, body anatomy upgraded, human faith is restored. It will not make me buy the game, but I want to see the Twitter reaction. True, and so do I. The arms do need a bit of fixing, but meh, I'm just kind of being nitpicky over here. Look at this. Someone explain to me, how is this picture different than any female influencer you see on Instagram? This is why I said in the title, aside from the aesthetic improvement, this is really becoming an art form of trolling. You know what honestly is my favorite thing about seeing the modding freak out the activist types? I mean, aside from the seething and coping, which is always worthy of a charming drink. The level of hypocrisy is enough to drown the population of Paris. They see a sliver of a derriere, half an inch of cleavage, and they immediately start frothing at the mouth. Let's be honest here, shall we? In the age brewing that noxious concoction known as feminism, with a heavy dose of materialism sprinkled in, of course, women are taught they can do basically anything without any repercussions whatsoever. And they don't ever question any of this because, well, it's not in their nature to ever think. That's a man's job. The reality is this, they can't compete with any men in the domains where they excel at. And so what do? They all run to the one domain where they think they pretty much have a monopoly on, sex appeal. Look at Instagram, look at TikTok, YouTube thumbnails, OnlyFans. This is everywhere. And those activist types will all praise all of that shit as empowering. But when men, and women actually as well, want to emulate the very same type of figure those types promote, the ones those activists praise as empowering in a pixelated form, oh, they become enraged. So what, women can sell themselves apparently, that's fine. But when men or women want to emulate the very same aesthetic via pixels, oh, that's somehow exploitation. They'll scream, oh, you're a Kuma, you're a porn addict, you praise sex workers' real work, shut the fuck up. You can't denigrate the consumer of sex work, yet praise the sex worker. That makes no fucking sense. It's like that dweeb in the last video I did about Project Eve who said the model was distracting. You know why I said he's a homosexual as a joke on Twitter? It turns out he's actually gay. Question for you all, why the hell is a gay guy commenting on a woman's physique as a problem? Freaking Twilight Zone shit over here. But the crap about modern audience. The modern audience in the political sense just refers to the self-heading brand of leftist zealots who lost the aesthetic lottery. Come on, we have eyes and some of us have brains. The actual modern audience of the real world notices the modern audience, the activist class, are insane and they hate the world because they don't like themselves. And this is where the trolling comes in. On social media, there's very little media richness in the interactions. It's just text and a name. There's no vocal inflections, no emotional reaction, nothing personal really. And so the only domain left that presents any kind of value is mass. And so when people see the digital uniform, they see the political affiliations, they see the pronouns in the bio, that's the group they want to see spurg, and because their social brownie points come from emoting, the trolls will poke the ones who don the uniform. It's this beautiful symbiotic relationship that's guaranteed to result in endless amusement for the trolls because we can see the hypocrisy, we see the insecurity, we can see the fact that these people are all two-faced and full of shit. These people basically put signs on their own back that says kick me because they get attention from crying. That's a really good analogy actually, I should use that one more often. And so we march, for all intents and purposes, to mock, ridicule and laugh with our particular brand of never-ending mercilessness. Fun times ahead. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.